Hey guys, welcome to the Super Bowl Post Show where we talk about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. And today I am here to talk to you guys about Star Wars. So, obviously, with Mando coming out in about a very few weeks, which is going to be awesome. Can't wait to see Mando come out. But I've been watching Last of Us, with Pedro Pascal, and he's killing it per usual. But with Mando coming out, I think it's going to be a banger. I think there's a lot of questions with this season, but I think this season in Mando still going to be good. But with that happening, we are getting more Star Wars content this year. And when I say Star Wars content, we are getting an Ahsoka show, which has been long waited for. And I'm very excited. Um, if we recall, right, there's a lot going on in this Ahsoka show that hasn't really been talked about because at the end of Star Wars Rebels, we know that Sabine Wren and Ahsoka were going to go find Ezra Bridger because if you guys remember in the last episode of Star Wars Rebels, Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn ended up going into some other part of the universe, and apparently they're in a place that really hasn't been explored in Star Wars that much. That I mean, really on the live action, front that we really haven't seen. So also very exciting, but somehow we see that Ahsoka ended up being with Grogu and with Luke Skywalker, and she got into a battle. I think it was in the last season of Mandalorian. She was looking for Thrawn, so there is a lot to talk about there as well. But with all that stuff happening, today I'm here to talk about all of the people that either are rumored or are confirmed to be appearing in the Ahsoka show. So let's just go through the list of these people, and I'll give my opinion on why they're in the show. So the first one is the obvious. I said her name already, Sabine Wren. Now, Sabine Wren has to be in the show. There's no other way around it. Sabine is obviously one of Ahsoka's dearest friends, and they're going to be finding Ezra. Ezra's close with Sabine. Sabine loves Ezra. Makes sense to me. That's pretty quick. Now, Anakin Skywalker. Now, if you don't know, Hayden Christensen is going to be in this show. Um, Obviously he's going to be doing some flashbacks, most obviously, and I think that is really the most exciting thing because the question is, are we going to see Clone Wars Anakin? Because in the Obi-Wan show, we ended up seeing a Padawan version of Anakin, which was to be kind of disappointing because I wanted to see like Jedi Knight Anakin, but it's cool. But I am very interested to see like are we and I also think of this as well, right? What if we get a whole entire episode that is really just Anakin and Ahsoka? Because shows like these, right? There have been many episodes in a lot of TV shows where the whole episode is kind of a past memory. I wouldn't mind getting an episode like that where we get a whole past adventure with Anakin and Ahsoka, and I can possibly see that happening where we get a whole episode of just Anakin Skywalker. Now, Chopper is also talked about to be in this. If you know Chopper is, he's just a droid from Star Wars or Rebels. Basically, in layman's terms, he's basically the R2 of the Star Wars Rebels group. Now, Hera is also was also talked about to be in the show. So Hera, if you don't know, she's kind of like the girlfriend of Kanan who trained Ezra. I love Hera. I think she's a great character. She's also set to be here. I wonder what her part is going to be in this. Is she also going with them to find Ezra and Grand Admiral Thrawn? I think that's another question to have as well. Now, obviously, the fifth one, this is confirmed, Ezra Bridger, and he's casted, obviously. Ezra is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Ezra is out there somewhere, and we are going to find him. He might be using the dark side. We are not sure what has happened to Ezra ever since the last episode. So this is going to be awesome to finally see him again and see where he's at. And it's just some really dope stuff. I wish we got to see Ezra in the sequels, obviously, but I think that we're going to end up seeing more of him with this Ahsoka event happening and going further on. And then lastly, as I've said already, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, this is really a rumor, but everybody's been saying it because, she obviously hinted to him in the Mandalorian show. He has to be in this. What else would be going on? Grand Admiral Thrawn doesn't really have any force powers, and that's what makes him so evil, and that's what makes him so interesting as a character because he has no powers, but he's so powerful. It's funny to say that. So I'm also very interested in because we are also going to be digging into the mythical side of Star Wars. We are exploring things that we really haven't explored like in depth, and really have explained to the T. So I am very excited to see how Grand Admiral Thrawn's going to fit into that as well. So yeah, these are most of the characters, all of the characters so far that have been talked about the most that will be popping up in the Ahsoka show. I believe that all of these characters are going to pop up. I even think we could possibly get Luke Skywalker um in this show as well, because it seems like this show might be picking up after that Mando episode. So I think it's very interesting to see where everything is going to end up. But I am all in all excited, and Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. So I do think this is I'll be honest, I do think this is going to be the best show. I love Mandalorian so much, but I do think this has the potential to be that. So tell me what you guys think about the Ahsoka show. Tell me what you guys think about these characters popping up and all that jazz. But I love you guys. Have a wonderful day and stay crispy.